Tarjan Landscape, and I'm here at Santa Fe Senior Village, and we're going to be going over the entire irrigation system. Right here is the irrigation controller. This is a Rainbird LXME2 controller. Pretty easy to operate. If you want to check out the date or the time, you just continue to turn this knob. We can adjust the start time of all the programs, the run time of all the programs, the days it's going to water. We can come over here and do a manual watering if we need to add a little bit of water now and then. We can change the language from English to Spanish in advanced settings. Inside the controller, you'll see the 120 volt power, and these are all the wires that will go to each individual irrigation valve, which turns them on or off. If you ever need more detailed instruction on how to use this controller, Rainbird uploads all their videos to YouTube, and you just search Rainbird LXME2 controller in YouTube and all the videos will pop up. These are a few of our irrigation valves, which is what the controller turns on to let the water pass through to irrigate the planter. This box right here, which is larger than the box next to it, is for the drip irrigation. You can tell it's a drip irrigation valve by the big filter that's on the valve. This is going to operate valve number 10, which is a whole planter here. Next to it is a non-bubbler valve system. It does not have a filter. These are only going to be for tree bubblers. Valve 6, which is right here, will turn on and off the tree bubblers. I'm going to go over how to manually turn on the valve. In order to do that, you turn on the bleeder valve. When you turn this little valve knob here, water will start spraying out, and you could feel the water pass through. If you want to manually turn the valve off, which will stop all the flow of water from passing through, even if the controller says to turn it on, you take this knob and turn it to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Now it's off. I'm going to open it back up. Now it's back in the on position. This is called a drip indicator. When it rises up, you can tell that the irrigation water is running. I'm going to manually turn on this valve, and we're going to watch this raise up to show us that the water is running. Now the water is running. This is a ball valve, which will turn the main line off. In order to access it, you lift the lid up. The ball valves are labeled BV on the lids. Inside here, you'll see a handle, and in this case, you're going to lift the handle up to turn the water off. This is the very beginning of the irrigation system. The water meter for the irrigation system is this smaller box of the three. We have the backflow preventer, which is in this cage here. The main line passes through here and then turns to the very first ball valve, which is how you would turn off the entire irrigation system from the source, right in here. The master valve is in this box, and the flow sensor is in the next one down. These are components that the irrigation controller manage. This is a flush valve for the drip system. Each planter has its own flush valve. If a drip tube gets cut or pierced or breaks and it's repaired, it's very important to flush this line out after it's put back together. In order to do that, you take the lid off, pull this hose out, and there's just an on-off valve that turns it on, turns it off. When this is on, water will be spurting out of this. As you can see here, we have 3 black caps in the ground. 2 of them are the same, and 1 of them is different. These 2 here are the housing for the bubbler system. Inside here is the irrigation head that the water is going to be coming out of. This one here is a breather tube that allows air to flow to the root system of the tree. This is an air release valve for the drip system. Every once in a while, every 3 months or so, it's good to purge the air out of the line. In order to do that, you take the cap off, and there's like a button in here that you just press down. It'll be tough to press down, but once you do it, water is gonna squirt out and release all the air that's in the line. These are typically installed on the high end of every planter.